are we live? We might be live. Think we are live. We're live. I see me. I see me. Yeah. There I am. That's me. That's me. Yep, the Cost Porta Pros are back. That might be the biggest news of today's live stream. Cost Porta Pros are back. They showed up in the mail shortly after I finished live streaming yesterday, my new pair. So I was so excited. I screamed. If you follow this particular broadcast, I got my new pair a few weeks ago, and then I immediately proceeded to either sit on them or otherwise break them. They didn't even last, I think, 2 weeks. So I immediately put the replacement pair into a box and sent them back. And I wrote a note, even though it's I love these headphones. Yeah, they're costs. I felt guilty that, even though it's lifetime guarantee and there's no condition on it, that I was asking for another pair just like 2 weeks later. So I wrote a letter, which I included because you got to send back the broken ones and like a check for, shipping and handling. And I wrote them a little letter apologizing for breaking my replacement so quickly. And I have a feeling they probably didn't even read it. They probably don't give a shit. They just shove another pair out into the mail. But I felt better writing a letter telling them, I'm not going to do this every 2 weeks. Though, I shouldn't really make that promise because I might. But even if I do break them every 2 weeks, theoretically, they still have to honor it. Lifetime means lifetime, So that's the contract that we made. So I could keep breaking them. I could just take a hammer to these right now on camera. Well, probably not on camera. That might nullify the warranty, you'd think. I'm not going to take that chance. My eyes are hurting a little. I'm tired. I'm really tired today. It's Sunday. Here's the thing. I have a big deadline, and it's tomorrow for a project that, of course, I can't talk about. But it all happened kind of last minute. Nobody's fault. I'm not passive aggressively blaming the unnamed client. I'm not, actually. Just one of those things that happens sometimes in any job, in any profession, where somebody needs something right away, and you're like, oh, really? That quick? So this thing is due tomorrow, and there's a lot to do still. A lot. And I gotta write a lot. But, this matters, this PC Retro live stream, right? I've got a schedule. I got to adhere to the schedule. I can't always, because I'm going away, I'm going to Canada in 2 days. But it's Sunday. I am here, so I'm abiding by that commitment, even though my work commitment tomorrow is real, and I gotta make that shit. But look, we also have the Oscars coming on in a few hours. I still have to walk my dog. I was gonna go swimming, but that's out. No time to do all that. So the way I think I'm gonna do it is we're gonna play, then I walk the dog, then I watch the Oscars with the sound down on mute, because who actually really gives a shit? I'm gonna turn it up for Chris Rock's opening monologue, because he's gonna be awesome. Then we put it on mute for 2.5 hours, because no one is gonna say anything important. It's all gonna be just embarrassing, cringeworthy bullshit. And then I'll watch the last few awards, which will all probably go to something I've never seen anyway. So who really cares? What are the Oscars? Right. The Academy Awards. And then there's also the very last Downton Abbey tonight, which is, that's a big deal. We got to find out if, Lady Edith is going to punch Lady Mary in the mouth, which is what I'm really hoping for. A full-on, just fucking English brawl. maybe with like cricket bats. Like Mary could take a cricket bat. Lady Edith could take a cricket bat right to Lady Mary's head and just like boom, just like in Walking Dead, just like splat, and Mary's head just like hits the wall like a cantaloupe and just. Not that I have any, hostility towards Lady Mary. I'm just saying. All right. Yeah, I understand if you can't get on board with Downton Abbey. It's like your English PBS soap opera thing, But don't forget, I'm over 50 and white. So I'm like totally the PBS demographic. That shit's just like catnip to my demographic. Just sort of like Geritol and Matlock is. So, English dramas go into that category as well. Okay, I should probably play play a game since we don't have a whole lot of time. So let's see if we switch over to here. Yeah, there's Monkey Island. So this is Secret of Monkey Island Special Edition. You can see because it says Special Edition there on screen. So this was redone, I think in 2009, 11? I don't remember. I didn't do any research on this. That takes too much work. But the Special Edition is basically just that they made it widescreen. They cleaned up the graphics so it's not all, all 90s looking. But it's basically the same game. Voice work, I don't know if the voice work was added in this edition or the previous remake. I can't remember that either. But this was one of the first of the classic LucasArts adventure games. Not the first, it was Maniac Mansion. But this does predate the Sam and Max games, and it predates Day of the Tentacle. And so this, of course, was Ron Gilbert and Tim Schafer and Dave Grossman, all three very familiar names, I assume, to most of you. Dave Grossman then went on to Telltale. Tim Schafer, we all know what he's up to, and Ron too. They're all still making games. Ron went on to do Humongous for many, many years, making kids' adventure games, which were actually really fucking great. They had this same element of charm and humor that the Monkey Island series did. They were just aimed at a lower demographic, but I played all those with my kid, and they were funny and they were really smart. And I think that my daughter actually learned a lot playing those games, in addition to them just being goofy and fun. Got it. You can't hear me. Okay. Alright. Oh, look at that. The volume's all the way up. Hopefully that helps. Alright. How's that? Is that better? Sorry, I didn't do a sound check before. Two. Testing. Better? Alright, okay. Alright. Okay, good. Okay, so, anyway, put the subtitles on. So this was the first Monkey Island game. After this, there was, I think it was called LeChuck's Revenge, or Curse of LeChuck? LeChuck's Revenge. LeChuck being the bad guy of the series. I'll just start the game, and then I can talk a little about it while it's playing. Alright. Now this is all set up, go play the dig. Could I do Zork next? I could do Zork. We'd have to all play with graph paper. Okay, here's the very beginning of the game, so shh. I mean, you could talk. I'm just not gonna talk. You talk. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it matters. It's just... okay, shh. This was my favorite adventure game series, I think, of all time. I have to say, I think it is. The LucasArts games in general were always my favorite adventure games. But this series in particular, I really loved. I'm trying to see if there's a way to skip this. Not that we don't want to give the credits people credit. There we go.
Hi, my name's Guybrush Threepwood, and I want to be a pirate.
Yikes! Don't sneak up on me like that.
I'm over this way.
Ah, well then, Thriftweed.
Threepwood. Guybrush Threepwood.
I see. So, you want to be a pirate, eh? You look more like a flooring inspector. But if you're serious about pirating, go talk to the pirate leaders. You'll find them in the Scum Bar.
Gosh, thanks. I'll do that. Bye now. I'm off to seek my fortune.
Good luck.
Okay, so...
Where did you say those pirate leaders were?
The Scum Bar.
Right. Thanks.
Scum Bar, of course, is an early in-joke by the creators, because Scum was the name of the engine that they used to make these adventure games, starting with Maniac Mansion. In fact, MM in Scum stands for Maniac Mansion. It is scripting. Let's see, script creation utility for Maniac Mansion. That's what Scum stands for. So this would be your game interface. In the old days of the LucasArts Adventures, there would be a box here with a series of verbs. That is off screen now. I can't remember if that's something they just did for this special edition. You can see on the lower left and right, you've got walk to and look at. But there's actually a whole bunch of other verbs you could use. And, you know, this, of course, was the evolution of games like Zork and all the text adventures when you typed in the verbs. Let's see, I believe it's... There you go. So you've got give, use, push, pull, talk to. These are all the different verbs. And before they had this, you actually just typed in these things. You would type in give, use. Can you switch between modes? Switch between modes. I think you're right. I think I can. That's audio. Video. Maybe not. The special edition credits. Oh, wait, there is a button. Right. Spacebar? No, it's not a spacebar. Let's figure that out. Version hot swap F10. There we go. You chose me over a female streamer. You already feel like the regret creeping up on me. Yeah, I don't blame you. Except unless I'm cuter than her. Okay, there we go. Look at that. So, at any moment, very cool, you can actually switch between the two versions. So, this is how it would have looked if we were playing this in 1990. Now that here we are in 2016, it looks like this. There's this. Does this look better, A or B? A or B? We'll make this be like an optometrist test for the rest of the stream. 1 or 2? Alright. Headphone cord is loose. You're getting a lot of grounding, a lot of buzz. Oh, you know, it's the mic, probably. Let me know if it's still persisting. Man, me and my goddamn tech problems. Fucking PCs. This shit never happens when I just play on the PS4. You know? I sort of like A as well. I agree. I like the old school. It's also somewhat easier just in a way that, in that all the stuff is right on screen, you know? Like, it's sort of weird to have the shit off screen. So we'll play retro. Huh. Interesting. Okay, here we are. Alright. We can go back and forth. Is this still, is the sound still fucked up? Alright, walk to poster. As you look at poster. Oh, but then we don't get the sound. Look at that. How apropos of America today. Yeah, no speech in classic mode. So if you want to hear him say these things, then we got to do this.
Re-elect Governor Marley. When there's only one candidate, there's only one choice.
Yeah, and you know, to their credit, this guy sounds like what Guybrush Threepwood should sound like to me. So I approve. There's an option for speech in classic mode? Man. The things you learn. Options, audio, no. Video, no. Controls. Classic subtitle speed. No, that's speed. We'll just compare. That's what we'll do. We'll just go back and forth. We'll stick here. We'll stick in classic for now. This is the way we played it back in the day. This is the way that I played it back in 1990. 26 years ago. I was only like in my 40s then. Alright, so let's enter the scum bar. We were told to go find the pirates, by the way, if you were paying any attention. I wasn't. I don't actually really remember how to, I mean, I don't remember the puzzles, really. You think I should do the voices? I could do the voices. I kind of sound like Guybrush. So, here we are. We're in the pirate den, or pirate pub, if you want to see what that looks like. Here's the modern look. Might as well watch Golden Girls. Sure, go ahead. Golden Girls is awesome. So we can talk to some of these pirates. They don't all talk. I actually prefer the graphic look of these particular screens. I think, let's see what's it look like in modern. Can we switch during this moment? Yeah, I think this looks better the old way. So, ask me about Loom. Some of you guys know this game very well. By the way, this is one of the first adventure games ever to have this kind of dialogue choice here. So, you know, everyone later on, including BioWare, actually owes LucasArts a little bit of debt for this. So this kind of thing where you can choose between what to say to characters was very new at the time that this came out.
My name's Guybrush Threepwood. I'm new in town.
Guybrush Threepwood. Mancomb Seepgood. What brings you to Melee Island, TM, anyway? Oh yeah, Melee Island, Monkey Island. Anytime they use anything official, there's a trademark by it. Of course, if I go ahead and out loud explain every joke, it's not going to be that funny, is it? Should I just read it? Should I do voices?
Where can I find the governor?
Governor Marley? Her mansion is on the other side of town. But pirates aren't as welcome around her place as they used to be.
So let's compare how I do to how they did.
Why not?
Well, the last time she had a pirate over for dinner, he fell in love with her.
I kind of nailed that
It's
guy.
made things rather uncomfortable for everybody.
How's that?
Well, there's a whole big story about what happened next. But I don't believe a word of it. Esteban over there at the other table might tell you about it. He takes the whole thing seriously. Very seriously.
Boy, this is gonna kill my voice. I missed it.
Nice talking to you. Have fun on Melee Island, trademark.
You tell me when that gets old. I think this is the guy we gotta talk to. Busy listening to the guy on the left. That was our little hint. I don't remember what this guy sounds like. I could just give him my own voice.
I'd like to introduce myself. My name's Guybrush.
Yeah, so what? I really don't remember what that guy sounds like at all.
Who's this pirate that's bugging the governor?
LeChuck. He's the guy that went to the governor's for dinner and never wanted to leave. He fell for her in a big way, but she told him to drop dead.
Huh.
So he did, and then things really got ugly.
So he's got kind of a Manny Calavera Hispanic accent that if I did now would be like completely racist. So I'm not gonna do that. It would be like me doing the Frito Bandito from the Fritos commercials, which you're probably too young to have ever seen. But in the old days, Frito-Lay had a cartoon character called the Frito Bandito. You can Google it if you don't believe me. And he was a completely racist, stereotypical Mexican who with with pistols who would steal your Fritos. All right. So I'm not gonna do the Hispanic sounding voice.
What's so scary about this LeChuck guy?
Oh, senor, LeChuck was a fearsome pirate.
I'm just kidding. He tried to impress the governor by sailing off to find the secret of Monkey Island, but a mysterious storm came up and sank his ship, leaving no survivors. We thought that was the end of the fearsome pirate LeChuck. We were wrong. What is the secret of Monkey Island? Only LeChuck knows. His ghost ship is an unholy terror upon the sea. That's why we're all in here and not out pirating. See, I'm straddling the line between vaguely Hispanic and vaguely nothing at all. What happened to your eye?
Well, I was putting in my contact lens when...
Hey, wait a second. That's none of your business. Where can I get a drink?
You could wait for the cook to notice you, but that could take all day. Just find a mug and sneak into the kitchen. That's what we all do.
Okay, so there's our hint. Sorry to bother you, bye. So our hint is, right. We gotta get into the kitchen there. We gotta find a way into the kitchen, and, we have to get a mug. I believe that's a dog there. Though the old graphics don't really do it justice. And I think we could talk to the dog. Yeah, there it is. So, you know, one great thing that Lucas always did was that they just assumed you were going to do the stupidest shit and they accounted for it. Actually, you know, a lot of the guys who made the adventure games did that too. The Infocom games guys. Oh, there's our chef leaving, so that's our cue to try to go in there and sneak, but he's coming back. But these are the important pirates we're supposed to talk to basically get the plot of the game in, so I guess we should talk to them.
What ye be wanting, boy? I mean to kill you all. Get lost, boy, you bother us. What ye be wanting, boy? I want to be a pirate.
So what? Why bother us? I'm just gonna keep using different accents. Hey, don't forget we're short on help because of this whole LeChuck thing.
So? So no pirate means no swag, and no swag means no grog, and we're getting dangerously low on grog. Do you have any special skills?
I can hold my breath for 10 minutes. I'm hoping people that have never watched me before are watching this now going, what the fuck is this stream? Alright, you'll have to go through the 3 trials! The 3 trials!
What 3 trials are those?
There are 3 trials every pirate must pass. You must master the sword.
And the art of thievery. And the quest.
The what?
Treasure hunting, you sea urchin. Right. You must prove yourself in each of these 3 areas. Swordplay, thievery, and, treasure huntery.
And then you must drink grog with us. I don't remember the solutions to the puzzles.
Grog.
Because, you know, that's another thing that happens when you get old. You just don't remember. I have vague memories of, like, a lot of these little scenes. I remember that coming to these guys and you hear they tell you basically what you're going to have to do for the next, you know, few hours in the game. I think all of these things sort of give you little hints. So we're going to have to master the sword. So we have to get a sword. Find the sword master and defeat him. There's a hint about where to go. Another hint. So we need to find a sword and get trained. Art of Thievery. Yeah, this is the special edition in Classic. We could do it this way.
Governor keeps the idol on many hands in a display case in the mansion outside the town.
You'll have to get past the guards, naturally. The tricky part will be getting past the dogs outside. Aye, they're a particularly vicious breed. You might be able to drug them or something.
Another hint, we're going to have to drug the dog to get past the guards to then pilfer the idol.
Tell me more about treasure hunting.
Legend has it that there's a treasure buried here on the island. All you must do is find the legendary lost treasure of Mayday Island and bring it back here.
Should I have a map or something?
Well, you can hardly expect to find a treasure without a map.
And don't forget, X marks the spot.
These guys laugh as much as all the people in Bloodborne.
You're a bunch of foul-smelling, grog-swilling pigs.
To be a pirate, you must all...
We'll put this back on. All right, let's get running along now. Okay, so the very first puzzle of the game really is we got to get into here. If we try to go into here, the chef's going to tell us to get lost. Open the door. Right, so we got to wait till he leaves. I can't remember if we have to actually walk out of this whole area. I think we might. to get him to come out, and then we have to quickly... There's not a lot of timing things in this game or in games like this. This is one of them. There he goes. Okay, we gotta hurry. Is he coming back? All right. He usually comes back pretty quick. All right. There we go. All right, we made it in. So, there's different things to check out in this room. You know, again, you really have the option of doing anything, and it will just tell you, like, we could... It's a hunk of meat. I don't know if we try to push it, if it's going to say anything. I can't move it. Okay. Can we talk to it? It's not going to let us talk to the hunk of meat. It's not. Alright, it's not going to let us do anything that stupid. So here we've got meat. We've got a pot of stew. We've got a pot under there. I actually remember some of this stuff. There's a fish out there, I believe. Wait, hold on. Alright, so we could take the hunk of meat. We now have a hunk of meat in our inventory. And we've got the pot. I believe we could take that. We can pick up the pot. We now have a pot. I don't know what the green thing is. Like the barrel. No, it's just like the grog. Right? It's leaking out. Yeah, that doesn't count as anything. And then this is stew. Let's see. I think we can put the meat in the stew. I don't even remember if we actually want to do that, but let's do it. Use hunk of meat with pot o' stew. Alright, walk to meat and stew. Hopefully we can pick it up now. Alright, we now have stewed meat. Let's see, can we go out there? Yeah, okay, so we can go out here. There's a fish. We want the fish, but if we try to take it, the bird is gonna... Yeah, the bird isn't gonna let us, so we gotta get rid of the bird. I'll admit to you that I do remember this beginning part of the game. I don't know why I do. It's not even that memorable or funny. Maybe it's just because it's the beginning. If you want to see it in the new version, here's how it looks. So, you know, they actually did a nice job of cleaning up these screens. Very nice job. And I think if you're not ancient like me, and you just want to play these games and you've never played them before and you're not used to the way that looked back in 1990, then maybe you're better off playing it this way. So it's actually palatable to your modern eyes. So we got to get rid of this bird. I remember that there's like a loose plank here. There we go. It's going to take a few times to get him to go away. There he goes. Now we can pick up the fish. Wait. Oh, we can't yet. What do I have to do? We can. I guess we just have to hurry. Come on, pick it up. Pick it up. There we go. Okay. Alright. Let's see. I think I still like the old graphics too, personally. So now we've got the fish. I think the fish can also go in the stew. Oh, it's a herring. It's a red herring. Which I think actually it is, believe it or not. I don't think it actually matters. Maybe, but we can use the fish with the stew. And we can pick up the stewed fish now. I don't remember. I think actually all that matters here is the pot. Maybe. I don't remember if we need the meat or not, but I think that's all there is in this room, so I think we can leave. So let's get out of here. I don't think they have anything new to tell us. There he goes. So I think we can leave here for now and check out the next thing. We've got stewed meat, stewed fish, and a pot. And now we're off on our adventures.
Deep beneath Monkey Island, the ghost pirate LeChuck's ship lies anchored in a river of lava.
There's here's the Ghost Pirate LeChuck. This looks way better than the new version.
There's nothing like the hot winds of hell
come on.
blowing in your...
You're supposed to be a ghost.
It's days like this that makes you glad to be dead.
Oh, yes, sir. Glad to be dead.
Ye are glad to be dead, right?
Oh, yes, sir. I feel so lucky that you happened to capture my ship, then murdered me and everyone on board. Yes, sir. Lucky.
Glad to hear it. Now what was it you disturbed me for?
Yes, sir. Well, you see, we might have a problem on Melee Island, TM.
Problem? What possible problem could there be? I've got those sissy pirates so scared of the sea they're afraid to take a bath.
Well, there seems to be a new pirate in town. Actually, he's a pirate wannabe. Young. Inexperienced. Probably nothing to worry about. Don't know why I bothered you with it. I'll have him taken care of myself.
Wait! I'll handle this personally. My plans are too important to be messed up by amateurs.
Yes, sir.
Alright. Alright. I was kind of turning into Grover there. I think you're right. That was a little bit of a Grover. I used to do Grover for my daughter when she was younger. I did all the Sesame Street characters. I could do the whole C is for Cookie song, except I've already kind of thrashed my throat even just in a little bit here today, so I should probably not do C is for Cookie for you. Ask me some other time and I'll sing it for you. Can I pick up the poster? No. Can we use the poster? No. Okay, we don't need the poster. We actually just got to get back to the, I think what we want to do is, walk the path. I think that's what we want. There we go. Okay, so here's our overview map. There's not many locations we can go to quite yet. I don't remember actually where we want to go. The lights, is that where we just were? No, that's the village where we just were. Let's just experiment. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to do C is for Cookie. Oh, I don't think we want to be here yet. Well, let's talk to this guy. None shall pass! Oh. Troll.
Stand aside, troll. I'm a mighty pirate.
You're no pirate. Why, the town drunk could out insult you on his back. And probably would.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. You know, you can stand a lesson or two if that's the best you can come up with. None shall pass.
I think we don't get the pass yet. We're going to have to do an insult battle, but I don't think we do it with this guy.
You can't pass until you pay the toll.
We don't have a lot to give him for toll. So here the game is acknowledging that we have these things already. We could offer semi-rancid meat, a stew pot. Nothing of consequence. Let's try to give him the rancid meat. Will attract attention but have no real importance. So here the options are construction paper jockey shorts, a monkey leash with 3 collars, a rubber chicken with a pulley in the middle, my old moss-covered 3-handled family credenza. I don't think any of these things are actually going to be the things that he wants.
You have 3 chances to give me what I want, then I eat ya.
Uh-oh. Something that will attract attention but have no real importance. That is our hint. We probably don't have any of these things. I think we'll leave for now. I don't think this is where we want to be. We'll try the clearing. Alright. Shall we look at the news screen? Here's what it looks like in 2016. Yeah. The circus tent. Back to old school. I believe this is the next step. Can we go in there? I just want to go in. There we go. I'd get in the cannon, but the gunpowder makes me sneeze. Well, I can't do it. I hurt my... Okay, it's going too fast. Okay, so we've got two circus dudes arguing about who has to get in the cannon. So these guys want us to get in the cannon. The Fettuccini brothers, the fabulous flying Fettuccini from Alfredo, of course, and Bill Fettuccini. So they want us to get in the cannon. I think this was actually really great of these guys to include the old version with the new version. That was pretty smart. Should we do it? Why do we want to do it? 478 pieces of 8. Have you got a helmet? Ha! Now we know why we picked up the pot in the kitchen. And that's sort of the level of, this is a very early version of one of these kind of puzzles. And one of the reasons why I always liked the LucasArts adventures was that the ludicrousness of the puzzles, like you're wearing a pot on your head for a hat, actually in a cartoon universe, it's fine. But when you have puzzles of this caliber in like the old Sierra adventure games, which tried to be serious, or at least more realistic, and then the nature of the puzzles were equally this ridiculous, it just was a disconnect that I couldn't handle. So in this game, I don't care because the whole thing is a cartoon. Alfredo and Bill Fettuccini. So here's our helmet. We could try to do the stewed meat and see what happens. Oh. Did I click on the... I might have already been on the pot. Okay. Well, so they're using the... They accepted the pot on my head as a helmet. If we had come here first, we would have still encountered these guys if we hadn't gone to the pub, but we would not have been able to solve this puzzle, of course. Of course, now I don't remember why we wanted to do this. Well, that's nice. We've got Where's My Helmet upside down, and I'm Bobbin. Are you my mother? Let's see what that looks like in I forgot about this. Oh, actually, the money is probably what we wanted. And So we're done there. We got the money we needed. What's this joke with the red herring? Yeah, the red herring that's a phrase. I don't know if it's an American phrase or not. It actually just means a false clue. If you go look that up in the dictionary or Wikipedia, whatever, a red herring is when somebody puts something in a story or a movie or whatever that actually is just meant to mislead you and isn't really what's happening at all. Like Lost, for example, was full of red herrings. Like it would take you down a certain path and then you'd find out, oh, that shit actually didn't matter at all. They were just trying to get us away from what we should have been thinking about. So this red herring in this game, I believe, actually is a red herring. So I think that's all we needed to do here was to get the money. Of course, maybe now that's all we need to pay the troll. That could be. That's a possibility. Could. This might be wrong. He didn't like that. Scurvy sea slug, he called us. Let's see. Let me try to use. Of course, I don't really want to give him 478. All right, he doesn't want it. So that was too easy. Right, which is really not a surprise. The obvious thing in these LucasArts adventures is never the thing you want to do. Island and house are the only two locales we haven't been to. Oh, look at that ugly pirate. Can we walk to him? So now we're at a part I don't even remember. So I remembered the beginning of the game. Yeah, things are never like they're never easy. Sure. Let's look at this in modern times. Hook Island. Oh, you know what? Let's go back. We forgot something in here. What is a piece of 8? How much is that? I don't know how much a piece of 8 is. So I'm going to go back in here because I forgot to do something. I don't know if it's actually relevant. I know it isn't. I think did we talk to this guy yet? There we go. Ask me about Loom. Loom was another LucasArts adventure that was out at the time. Not made by these guys, but by other guys. So this is early computer gaming cross-sell marketing. I gotta say, I prefer this to the way it's done now. I think that's all I wanted to show you. It was and maybe it's it's just another time a thing where time makes a difference. Now that we live in such an age of self-consciousness and irony and sort of modernist self-referentialism. You like all those terms? I am putting my English major to use. That kind of humor we take for granted now. At the time, sort of blatantly advertising your game in another game was a little edgy, kind of, for this sort of thing at the time. A little bit. Excuse me, do you have a cousin named Sven? What? Never mind. I can't remember what the deal is with this guy. He's important. He might already be important. My cousin Sven sends his regards. Aha! Do you want to buy a map to the legendary lost treasure of Melee Island? Why, yes, we do want to buy a map. Only one in existence. Well, there you go. We have the money, and we want it, so we'll pay it. Alright. Now we have the map. I don't know if we could talk to him anymore. Yeah, we're done with him now. But now we have a map. Or do we? Well, looks like we actually have dancing steps. Or maybe this is just another hint. I'm not gonna spoil it. I think that's all we have from this guy. Alright. Did he fuck us over, or did he not? Walk to men of low moral fiber. Yeah, let's do that. Archway. All this stuff is important. There's all sorts of stuff in here. My old memory is remembering. Alright. Should we watch this with voices? So I don't have to do them?
Hey, nice rat.
Do you like rats?
Yes, especially in a light wine sauce.
Get away!
Do you guys know the sneaky-looking man on the opposite corner?
Saw you buying a map from that fellow over there.
Have you looked at it yet?
Perhaps you should consider an alternate source. Our maps are top quality, not like the bird-caged liners you get from that clown across the street. No, just kidding. These are actually copies of the minutes of the last meeting of the Melee Island PTA. Can't even give them away. Want one?
Of course we do.
No, but I'll take one if you give me 2 pieces of 8.
Okay, that's fair.
Say, are you guys pirates?
No, we're a wandering circus troupe.
But this rat scared away the elephant.
Shut up! Of course we're pirates. You can't buy clothes like these off the rack.
What do you want?
What's in the keg?
Rum.
Jam.
Jam.
Rum. Rum and jam. It's an old pirate favorite. Everybody knows that.
I'm really interested in this pirating thing.
What do you want?
How come you're on this street corner and not on a ship, looting, pillaging, sacking, that sort of thing?
Well, pirating hasn't been panning out so well for us.
There are some unnaturally talented pirates in the area right now.
Operating out of Monkey Island.
So we've been pursuing alternate means of self-support. We're trying to start up a circus.
It was working out well, until the rats scared off the elephant. Now you've depressed us. Go home.
I apologize for what I said about rats.
They're very intelligent creatures. More intelligent than him. Why, there's a story around these parts that a bunch of rats actually crewed a ship here from fabled Monkey Island.
No, that's not right. It was actually a group of monkeys.
That's amazing.
But true. When they arrived, they sold the ship for a pretty penny. Only time I've seen anyone get the better of old Stan in a deal.
I thought it was rats.
I think we've exhausted the conversation with these guys. Though I
just be
could
running along
swear
now.
there was something to do with them. Maybe it's later. Okay. I guess we're running
I'll just
along.
be running along now.
So now you need to sort of pixel hunt for other things to do. Whether you liked this kind of gameplay back in the day, you know, some people did like the pixel hunting for things to click on. Some people didn't. I did and I didn't. I didn't like it if the key to finishing a puzzle was to click on one exact pixel. Then I would get kind of annoyed.
I don't see anything special about it.
Hey, you!
Ahoy there, fancy pants. What do you want?
I'm looking for the Swordmaster of Melee Island.
The Swordmaster of Melee Island? Nobody knows the whereabouts of her secret hideout. Nobody except me. I'd have to go and ask her if it's okay to show you the way. I guess I could hike all the way over there. Once. Be right back.
I could do old guys pretty easily.
And don't touch anything.
Well, what a nice opportunity this is to go and touch everything. Alright, now he's going to sleep. Or is he? I can't remember what the hell's in here. Of course the safe is locked. So what I would do back in the day, I would like push, pull, open, use things. I would use, you know, one thing we always used to do when we couldn't figure out a puzzle was we would just use things on other things. And every once in a while, that would actually work. We haven't actually looked at the minutes, have we? No, we don't get to see what it says. What else is up here? I don't know if there's any clickable items in here. Shovel. Alright, we've got the shovel. There's the sword. Now, can we just try to leave? Do we have to pay? What happens if we just leave?
What about it? I want it. Great. Best 100 pieces of 8 you ever spent. What else do you want?
About the shovel.
What about it?
How much is it?
Another would-be treasure hunter, eh? That'll cost you 75 pieces of 8.
Let's just lie. Yeah, but I do have it. What happens if I just pay? Can I even buy it if I pay for it? And do I want to buy it if I can pay for it? Alright, we already have the answer to that. Alright, now he's gonna go over there again. Now maybe we can steal this stuff. Let's try. Alright, let's pick up the shovel again. Of course, we do have the money, so we could pay if the game would let us pay. Or we could just, you know, leave.
Looking for a little 5 discount if you want. See if I ever trust you again, devious little shoplifting weasel boy. Maybe you'd like to pay for that?
I really can't remember. So we have the sword. Is he gonna let us walk out of here with the sword? Doesn't seem like he should. But he did. Alright, so we've got those things. Who's pisting us? Walk to the alley.
And at this time of night, nobody would be around to see it.
Yeah, and bad things happen to people who sneak up on other people from behind.
Yeah.
So, you're gonna give me a little attitude, huh? I'd better get your name.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood, and I'm a mighty pirate.
Listen, Peepwood.
Threepwood. Guybrush Threepwood.
Well, whatever your name is, listen. I'm the sheriff around here. Sheriff Fester Shinetop. Take it from me. This is a bad time to be visiting Melee Island. A very bad time. My advice to you is to find somewhere else to take your vacation. Somewhere safer.
Boy, I feel much better knowing there's an officer of the law around. Oh, a circus! I love a circus!
Okay, well, we've been to the circus.
Employees only.
I don't think there's anything else back here that we need. Yeah, well... The only thing about these old graphs is sometimes it's hard to tell what you're actually looking at. But I don't think there's anything here that actually matters. I think the point of that was just to interact with the sheriff. So, you know, it's weird playing an adventure game here on Twitch.
I don't see anything special about it.
Now that I'm starting to play, you know, now that I'm starting to make a little headway, we're still, like, obviously, like, at the very beginning of this game. There's a gazillion puzzles. It just proceeds from here. But I can already feel my, like, desire to actually want to, like, take it seriously. Well, I can't really take these games seriously. But to play and solve the puzzles and not communicate on Twitch, I can feel that sense growing. But anyway, here we found the governor's mansion. Governor Elaine, who becomes a very important character throughout the Monkey Island series, not just in this game.
I'm not going near them.
So, what do you think? Do you think we have anything that could distract the poodles?
I don't think I can get past them.
I think we might. Well, look at that. Alright. We now have the poodles distracted. Oh, we still can't. Did they eat it? They ate it, and we still can't get by them? That sucks. What a waste of the stewed meat. Which I think we actually didn't need anyway. I don't think it's not like the game would let you it's not like the game would let you use something and then have it be something that you needed later in the game. Also, here's another thing about the LucasArts game. Games. You can't die in them. And as goofy as these games were, that was actually a serious design sense that Ron Gilbert and Tim Schafer and Dave Grossman had. They were frustrated that in other adventure games at the time, you would frequently do a puzzle and then just die and be taken to a game over screen. So they were determined that in their games you would not die. It was just an exploration thing, and the worst that would happen to you would be that you would just get stuck trying to figure out the puzzles. That would be the worst. And then, you know, you would just go to GameFAQs like everybody else. So we don't have the stewed meat because we gave it to the dogs, which basically did us no good at all. We have money, we have a sword, we have a shovel, and we have those minutes. Oh, and we have dance instructions that are not a map. Do they make a joke about the game over screen later? I'm not surprised, but yeah, that was a big deal at the time, and it gave you a nice sense when you were playing that, like, you really can't do anything wrong. All you can do is just not solve the puzzles, but you can't fuck yourself. I mean, you can fuck yourself. I mean, well, never mind. Let's move on from that. back to this clown. What do you think? Guybrush Threepwood, Squinky. Let's do that. What do I think about Tim Schafer's crowdsourcing investing site? I don't know. I don't think I'm not a business person. How's that for dodging the question? Yeah, that's not very nice. This isn't really conducive to streaming in the same way that something like Bloodborne is. You know, a lot of reading. There'd be a lot more reading if I was playing Planescape Torment with you. All right, so wait, we've been there. We really gotta solve the next. We gotta figure out how to get past this. Let's see. We haven't been to this house. We've been to the circus. I think we're done at the circus. We haven't been to the island. I don't think we can get there. Let's go to the house. Oh, right. We can't go to the house because the troll's in the way. That's right. And I don't think we can. I don't think we can pass the troll yet. I don't remember how to pass the troll. I don't know if I said please yet. I can't give him the red herring. I can't bash him on the head with a shovel, much as I'd like to. I probably can't push him. So we'll leave. So now we've hit our first impasse in the game. Right. We can't go there. We can't hit here till we figure out how to get past the troll. We've got the circus to go to. We've been to the village. We've been to Lookout Point. Do I have the answer to the troll? I might have the answer to the troll. These are Cost Porta Pros. If you've never seen these kind of headphones before, I highly recommend them. Okay. Have we been in here? We didn't. Oh, I started to come this way, and then I went the other way because I wanted to do the loom thing. Let's see. Can we actually use the... Oh, we need the cross, right? Yeah, we need to cross the river. You couldn't tell from the old school graphics that's a river that we needed to cross, and so that is yet another puzzle that we have to figure out. Man, I forgot that these adventure games made us think about shit. And we can't just use it. We can't just use our hands to cross. We have to actually have we have to use something, which I don't remember now. So all right. So we're totally stuck already. We're at the part of the game where we're gonna have to start using our brain to solve things.
Gaudy, but in a cheerful sort of way. Gaudy, but in a cheerful sort of way.
So we can't get to the island until we figure out how to cross on the cable, and we're gonna need something to help us cross there, which I don't believe we have in our inventory, because we certainly can't use money, a sword, a shovel, a fish, or 2 different pieces of paper to cross the to cross the cable and get to the island. So we're starting to run out. Another character already told us the item that we need to cross. So had we been paying attention, we would know the answer to that. So now we have an interlude with a pirate. And that's that. So we got what we wanted out of the circus, which was the money. And look at that, we're at a fork in the road. I don't think there's anything here though. I think this is literally just a fork in the road.
My, what an unusually bright yellow they are.
Can we take them? Oh, we took it. We already got it. Okay. So, now we have a yellow petal. Were there any hints before? It's incredible how much I forgot. I really did. That's kind of a weird thing about your memory, that one's memory, I should say, that one forgets these things. Like, I totally remembered the beginning of the game. I remembered to get the pot to have the helmet to get blasted out of the camera, and then it's like from there my memory went blank. Of course, if I knew exactly how to solve this game, it wouldn't really be a whole lot of fun to watch unless we said, Jeff Green's doing a speed run, which of course I'm not. But look at this, we have more stuff to look at. The legendary lost treasure of Melee Island.
Treasure. Leave some for the next person.
Because we have a shovel now.
The legendary lost treasure of Melee Island.
All right.
This carefully reproduced piece of Melee Island history has delighted thousands of would-be pirates and their families for generations.
How long has
Remember,
it been
there are
since
other
I
pirates on
played
this
this?
So go easy on the treasure. Leave some for the next person.
Well, I never played the this special edition before. I downloaded it for this stream, so that actually means that I haven't played it. Well, I played it when it first came out, so I played it in 1980. But then I would have played it again when Curse of Monkey Island came out, which was later. So there was Curse, there was this one, Secret of Monkey Island, and then there was LeChuck's Revenge, Monkey Island 2, which
Here lies treasure of such unimaginable wealth. Well, you'll just have to dig it up to believe it. Paid for by the Melee Island Chamber of Commerce.
Curse of Monkey Island came out a few years later. Curse of Monkey Island came out, I think, in like 97. So I would have played, and I reviewed it for Computer Gaming World. So I probably would have played the original again when Curse came out. So you could say that the last time I played this game, Secret of Monkey Island, would have been 1997, which is a long time ago. Almost 20 years. And, for me, that's an eternity. There's a couple things that we should do. First of all, let's go back to the troll. Did I say 1980? I meant 1990. I fluked my way to the treasure. What do you think's useless? Could it be the red herring? Of course. I should have known. So the red herring wasn't really a red herring. The red herring was actually usable. The red herring was a red herring. About being a red herring. So meta.
Welcome to Stan's Previously Owned Vessels. I'm off searching the globe right now for the finest in previously owned marine transportation. Have a look around. I'll be right back.
Doesn't Stan show up in the later games? I gotta use something with it. Use nothing. Again, I would always do everything, if I was by myself, I would embarrassingly click on all of these things all the time because you never know what would, especially if I was stuck, I'd go, yeah, sure, I'll use the yellow pedal with the boat. That makes sense because eventually if you were stuck, something would happen and you go, okay, well that was random, but it worked. I'm sure I'm not the only one who did that. Was I? Was I the only one who did that?
I'm surprised this one is still afloat.
Right, Stan is in the other games. Alright, okay. I thought so. Can I push any of these boats? Push them? Oops. See, I like having the verbs on the screen. I think that's where the old game is actually better. Can't move it. Maybe I can push this boat or the other boat, or maybe the first boat we saw. Maybe none of them push. Actually, didn't I try to push this one? I might have actually just said pick it up. Of course, why do we want to push a boat? Because that's the thing. What was always kind of impressive about these games was even though, like I'm saying, that the stupid trial and error of like a yellow pedal with a boat would sometimes work, usually, if not every time, the answer was actually always a matter of logic. So it was really just actually paying attention and looking at the clues, because they've been giving them all along, and applying those clues to what you've got. So even though it would be stupid, the answer to the puzzle in many cases, it would be stupid yet logical. So the red herring being a good example of that. That also being a good example of my memory being so faulty I didn't remember the answer, even though I went out of my way to explain to you guys who didn't know what a red herring was, which was something important that seems important but is actually useless. I told you that was basically the definition of a red herring. That's what he said that we needed to get past him, and yet I failed to make the connection. Well, that's not a nice way to greet me.
Sure, I'd love to put it out. In your face.
Maybe I'll just leave instead.
Good idea.
Clearly, we have not mastered the art of insult sword fighting yet. Not that I would give any spoilers about that.
What do you want?
Could you train me to be better than the Swordmaster?
Better than the Swordmaster? You? You could never be half the sword fighter Carla is. Even with hours of hard work and sweat and blood. I remember fighting side by side with Carla at Port Royal. The local constabulary had us cornered. It looked like we were done for, but then she said, "But I digress. You just don't have what it takes."
I do so have what it takes.
You do not.
I do so.
You do not.
I do so.
I think we could do this forever.
I like your spirit. I'll do what I can. Of course, it'll cost you. What do you got?
Well, I figured you'd do it for free.
Well, you figured wrong. What else have you got?
Well, I've got 30 pieces of 8.
Say no more, say no more. Let's see your sword.
Okay, check it out.
Yes, this is a nice one. Let's get to it. Okay, you maggot. Why don't you whip that sword out and let's see what you can do with it. Boy, you fight like a dairy farmer. I usually don't waste my time with vermin like yourself. But seeing as this LeChuck...
So, gotta see what this looks like in
Distance! 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 Advance, thrust, recover, parry, riposte. Distance! Distance! Advance, thrust, recover, parry, riposte.
Hours later.
You're starting to get the hang of it.
More hours later.
Not bad. You've got good form. Now I'm gonna let you in on the true secret of sword fighting. Sword fighting is kind of like making love. It's not always what you do, but what you say. Any fool pirate can swing a sharp piece of metal around and hope to cut something. But the pros, they know just when to cut their opponent with an insult. One that catches them off guard. You see, kid, your wit's gotta be twice as sharp as your sword. Let's try a couple of insults out, shall we? Okay, imagine this. We're fighting up a storm. Just like Carla and I were doing at Port Royal. There's a sudden break in the fighting, and I say to you, you fight like a dairy farmer. You respond with?
If and you don't know, this is pretty much one of the big hallmarks of the secret of the Monkey Island series is the insult sword fighting. I think it's in every game. It's probably one of the best parts of the game. And here's a factoid you may not know, that one of the people who helped write the insults on this game, I'm not sure if it was, I doubt it was every game, but this game was Orson Scott Card. Really.
So's your mother.
I can see we've got a lot of work to do here. You should have responded with something like, how appropriate. You fight like a cow. You see, it's razor-sharp wit like that that wins fights. Let's try another. Imagine this. You're trapped up against a wall. My sword just slashed 2 cuts into your face. I say, soon you'll be wearing my sword like a shish kebab. You respond with?
How appropriate. You fight like a cow.
No, no, no! That was the response from the last insult. Doesn't even make sense when used here. Ah. A correct response to, soon you'll be wearing my sword like a shish kebab, would have been something like, first, you better stop waving it around like a feather duster. See? Razor sharp. Now, I suggest you go out there and learn some insults.
I can't help but feel like I've been ripped off. I'm sure you're feeling something similar.
They did a great job with the voice acting, I gotta say.
I don't see anything special about it.
All right, so I think we come back to him later once we have some good insults under our belt. So we're sort of at a place now where we need to solve puzzles. Like we need to figure out how to get across to the island, which I think we do know how to do. But I would love to do a full run of this game. I could keep doing it over the course of other PC Retro Sundays. I'm gonna not look at spoilers because that would be cheating, and it's actually kind of fun to try to remember how to do this stuff. The red herring thing made me laugh all over again, which was ridiculous that I didn't remember. But this is my way of saying I kind of got to wind it down. We've been at it since 3-ish. It's 4:42. I promise I'd be done at 4:30 because of that impending deadline that I have tomorrow on a report that I basically just started. So this is the closest I've come in my career here at Hit Detection from having like a college moment, which is doing the final paper on the night before and staying up all night because I waited all semester to do it because I was too busy playing pinball and other things. That's sort of what's happening now with my job. I have something due tomorrow, and I've been doing other things and procrastinating, and now it's due, and there's like a very finite amount of hours in which to do it, and the clock is ticking. The only good thing about all of this is that my friend and boss, N-Guy, is on this project with me. So if I fail, he fails. And then, we fail as a team as opposed to I just fail. Of course, he being the boss could just put it all on me and fire me. So there's that possibility. Basically, this probably means I should be getting to work.
Nice night we're having, isn't it?
I sure hope you had something more important to stop me for.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die.
Here we go. Now we have an insult sword fight. We've got the things that he told us to say. We've got different ones. We have I give up.
You fight like a dairy farmer.
How appropriate. You fight like a cow. My handkerchief will wipe up your blood.
Could you repeat that? I didn't quite get it.
I said, my handkerchief will wipe up your blood.
There's actually points where, you need to have done other things to get the proper response. We might not have this one.
First, you'd better stop waving it like a feather duster.
So we'll probably die.
Nobody's ever drawn blood from me, and nobody ever will.
Because you can't die. I think you just get knocked out. So, see, we don't have enough good responses yet, because we haven't played enough.
Oh, yeah?
There we go.
I give up. You win.
So, as the game proceeds, you get more insults to hurl at the pirates that will be the actual proper responses. Right
What
now,
you be wanting, you scurvy
we only
lubber?
have the two ones that,
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die. Nobody's ever drawn blood from me, and nobody ever will.
I am rubber, you are glue.
You fight like a dairy farmer.
I am rubber, you are glue.
this guy's got nothing.
My handkerchief will wipe up your blood.
I am rubber, you are glue.
Do we get to beat this guy? Yeah, we do.
I
Okay.
give up, you win.
That didn't really do us any good. But now we have at least won one insult sword fight. And maybe that's a good enough place to stop. Good enough place to start, I was going to say. Yeah. So, I hope you enjoyed this. These retro live streams are a little weird for me. They don't have the same kind of, they don't work exactly like Bloodborne does, where you can watch me, fail. I guess you're watching me fail here, but in a different sort of way. I need a goddamn haircut. Getting a little wild. But anyway, I gotta go work. I gotta watch. I gotta walk my dog, and then I gotta watch the Oscars on mute after Chris Rock is funny. I'll watch him and then turn the rest off. And then I gotta get this goddamn report done. So next time you see me is gonna be Tuesday. I am heading to Canada again And my flight's at 5. I don't know if that means I could do my lunchtime Hearthstone stream yet or not. I'll try if I can. When you see me then, this report should be done. So that's the good news. Either that or I'm fired, which would also be good news because then I get to stream full time. So win-win. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, such as it is, and glad you could join me. I'm hoping for feedback if you can, if you want to, on I guess Twitter is probably really the only place, as to how much you're enjoying this kind of stream as opposed to the regular Bloodborne things, or if I should stick to newer games or whatever. Don't be afraid of hurting my feelings. The worst that will happen is that I'll curl up into a fetal ball for an hour or two and cry. But, after that, I'll be totally over it, and it won't bother me at all. So go ahead. I'm used to that. I mean, I usually spend an hour every day curled up in a fetal ball crying. So, it's not really going to impact me a whole lot if you hurt my feelings. All right. You guys be good. I'm going to try to get some goddamn work done, because holy shit. And I'll see you hopefully Tuesday. If I can't because of my flight, then I will be back Friday. And Friday afternoon, we will do a Hearthstone lunchtime live stream. It's going to be the start of a new season. So I got to hurry to, get to level 20 as fast as I can. All right. Thanks for watching. Yeah, another new games date. It's a good idea. I'd like to do other new games. I'd like to do, what's it called? I forgot it already. I forgot it last time, too. Super Hot. I'd like to check out Super Hot. I've also still yet to play on stream Darkest Dungeon. Come on! We got a lot of good games to play together. Shit. I should get fired. No, not really, young guy. Don't fire me. Okay, I gotta go. I really gotta go. I gotta turn this off now. Holy shit, I got a lot of work to do. Oh my god, I'm fucking panicking. Alright, see you next time. Love ya. Bye. Thanks for watching. I'm still on. Okay, I think here's the off switch. Okay, there it is. This is so much harder on the PC than on the PS4. Okay, here we go. Goodbye.